Hello class 6, I welcome you all once again to your English class. I hope you all are doing fine. Children, for today's English lesson, we are going to continue with the past tense chapter from your Mastering Grammar book. And we have already finished exercises A to D and even E. Now we are going to continue the exercise F on page number 76. So let's see what we have been asked to do. Read the following sentences carefully and state the tense form of the verbs in bold. The boy walked up the slope. So walked is marked in bold. So walked is which tense, children? Simple past. So let's write that we are doing past tense. And exercise F on page number 76. Number 1. Walked is simple past. Number 2. The stranger smiled at the little boy. Smiled will be our simple past. Number 3. The girls were hurrying back home after school. So where is our past verb? And ing verb is there, so children, past continuous. So word hurrying. Past continuous. Number 4. The domestic help had cooked up food by evening last night. So had cooked is our past perfect. Now number 5. Grandma had accompanied. Again, had accompanied will be past perfect. Number 6. The ship sailed in the stormy sea. So sailed will be our simple past. Number 7. Boys had carried their bags. Had carried. Had carried is our past perfect. Number 8. The cuckoo flew over the nest. Flew, simple past. Okay children, so we are done till 8 here. Now let's see. G. Rewrite the following sentences in the negative and interrogative forms. The first one has been done for you. He knew the definition. He did not know the definition. Did he know the definition? So yes, we are going to do exercise G. G is on page number 77. Number 2. Rohan went to school yesterday. Rohan did not. First you write this and then you write the first form, base form of the verb. Did not go to the school. Went will become go. Number 3. A sparrow flew out of the window. Okay, why 3? Because we have to write negative first and then interrogative. Did Rohan go to school? Go to the school? Question mark. So this is interrogative. Now number 3. A sparrow flew out of the window. Negative. A sparrow did not fly off the window. Interrogative. Did the sparrow fly out of the window? Question mark. Number 4. The girls carried their water bottles to school. Negative. The girls did not carry. Carried will change into its base form. The girls did not carry their water bottles to school. Interrogative then. Did the girls carry their water bottle to school? Question mark. Okay children, finish this up. Now we can move ahead with number 5 and 6. Okay. Number 5 now, negative. He went to the park for a walk. He did not go to the park for a walk. Interrogative. Did he go to the park for a walk? Question mark. Number 6, negative. The cap seller rested under the tree. The cap seller did not rest. Rested becomes rest. Did not rest under the tree. Interrogative. Did the cap seller rest under the tree? Yes children, so we are done with this exercise. We have H and I exercise. We will be finishing those. Let's get started with exercise H now. Okay, I hope you have finished this. This is on 77. Number 1. Fill in the blanks with the appropriate form of verbs according to the tenses mentioned in the brackets. The first one had been done for you. Radhika had collected shells before she went for a swim. So we had to write this in past perfect. So yes, had collected will be our answer. Now let's move to number 2. Gautam Gambhir dashed his ankle before he went to the stadium. So past perfect. Had sprained his ankle. So number 1, had sprained. Number 2 now. So okay, this was number 2 only. Number 3 now. The boys dashed on a holiday. We have to use past continuous. So the boys were going. Number 4. Women at the gate dashed when the pickpocket was being chased. Past continuous. Were shouting. Number 5. Sunil's family dashed in Goa till last year. Okay, simple past. Lived in Goa. Number 6. His hard work dashed fruit and he passed the exams with flying colors. Simple past. His hard work bore. Yes, bore fruits. The train dashed when they reached the station. Past perfect. Had arrived. Number 8. The policemen dashed the dacoits. Catch. Simple past. Caught. So catch will become caught. Number 9. My aunt dashed a cake when I called her up. My aunt was baking. Number 10. The man dashed to the hill station before he fell ill. So the man had driven. Past perfect. Yes, children, we are done with exercise H. Please finish it. Now we can move ahead with exercise I. William Thomson was responsible for stimulating one of the scientific progress in the latter half of the 19th century. He chose the name. Choose will become chose. He chose the name Kelvin after a local river. He was dashed by scientists, praised by scientists. In those days and even in the modern times, for his contribution to the electromagnetic theory, thermodynamics and geophysics. He dashed the unique proposal he forwarded. The unique proposal of an absolute system of temperature measurement called the Kelvin scale. He had a profound influence. He had a profound influence on the growth of electrical engineering, practical mathematics and navigation. With this, children, we are done with this exercise and the lesson as well, the chapter. Now, I'll just give a brief introduction to the future tense, okay? The 15th chapter. So children, we have already finished present and past tense, and now we will be continuing with present. Sorry, we are done with present past tense, and now we will be continuing with future tense. Yes. So let's get started. You know that when we are referring or when we are talking about future, we are talking about the time which is about to come. Okay, we haven't reached that time, we are about to witness it. So read the following sentences given below. Neha will go for a picnic tomorrow. The bus will leave for Chandigarh. My parents will attend the function tomorrow. The verbs in the given sentences are in simple future tense. So will and the base form of the verb. The simple future tense is used to indicate an action that is yet to take place. The verbs shall and will are used with the root verb to indicate an action in future tense. Like, Laura will buy a new dress for the party. With I and we are always going to use shall. Okay, generally we use shall. So I shall fly to Chennai tomorrow. We shall go for a picnic very soon. So yes, ma'am, when to use shall, when to use will. So generally we use shall with I and we. The simple future tense is used for what is the use? First, express what we think we know will happen in the future. So when we are sure, when we are certain that something will happen in the future, we use the simple future tense. Like, you will succeed in your mission. Now, to describe things that will happen as a regular phenomena in the future, or it's a habitual thing, like the maid will come in the evening. To describe the result of some action. If you are not cautious while playing basketball, you will hurt your knee. So yes, when it's certain that when you do something, certain things will follow, the consequence will follow, when you're sure about that, then you use the simple future tense. To talk about some definite action expected to take place in future, the school will reopen tomorrow. Will is also used when we decide to do something at the time of speaking. Like, if I have decided that I will be doing something, so I can use simple present future tense. I will bring some water for you. So form of simple future tense. We know will, shall, or and the root of the verb will be there. We will look after your pet well. Mahesh will be back for dinner. I will miss her after she leaves. Okay. So fill in the blanks with appropriate form of verbs in the simple future tense. So our first exercise, let's get started. Exercise A, page 78. Number 1. I dash coffee for you. I will make coffee for you. So children, here we can see that we have I. So yes, with I we can use will. So number 2, the greengrocer dash the prices of fruits soon. Will reduce. Number 3, I. With I we can use shall. So I shall pay her a visit soon. I shall pay her a visit soon. Number 4, the animals of the zoo dash set free very soon. So will be free very soon. Will be, because we have been asked to use the be verb. Because we have already used like auxiliary verb, so be remains be only. We won't be changing here be into is, are, am, or was, were. Okay. Ramesh dash in the upcoming singing competition. Ramesh will participate. Okay children, this. Now in negative sentences, we use not after shall or will. So we always have learned about how we are going to create negative sentences and interrogative sentences of the tense. So here also we can see that here this one, after shall and will, we place the word not and then the verb will be there. So I shall not meet you here he will not be present today. They will not go on a pilgrimage. We will not join yoga classes. So children, also short verbs can be used. Shan't or will not, won't, may also be used. So children, for this video lesson, we are done. We have to finish this lesson here only. Otherwise, it will get lengthy. So let's wrap this up. We will meet again with the rest of the chapter in our next video lesson. Till then, please take care of yourself and your family.